Hey, with 2025 in the past and 2026 in the present, I think it is time to catch up. I've missed you guys, I hope you feel the same way. So it has been a while since I've made a video, a proper video to say. And I did those shorts, I tried to make a lot of catching and hooking and high energy videos because I got dragged into the numbers. My videos are not performing. They are not performing at all. Having only a handful of views and only managing to keep people there for only a couple of seconds. And so I said, well, that needs to change, right? I need to be like everybody else and make high energy and make high energy videos. So I did those shorts and I made a few of them in a batch, and after that I couldn't find the urge to make more of those because they didn't add value at all. They did better than the other videos, but I said nothing, to be honest. There was nothing to learn there. There was even less information in there than there is in the Show Friday videos, and that's just me showing off all the awesome snakes I have. But at least in that format I have some time to explain what you see or how to identify some of the morphs. That can add a little bit of value, but those shorts, nothing. You can learn nothing from it. And then I was thinking, in the end of 2025, what am I going to do in 2026? And for this channel, the only reason this channel actually exists is because I wanted, stupid little flies. The only reason this channel even exists is because I wanted a place for you guys to find knowledge on keeping the animals that we produce here at Roundhog Serpents. And those shorts are not it. They are not contributing. And I know views of the upcoming videos will be low. I'm going to stick with the idea of what it should be, because in time, YouTube is a long-term game. In time, you will come and you can watch back on the videos. Maybe they are all really bad. There's a little side note. There's a ton of difference between the very first video that I made and this one. And this one is not going to be great and catchy and everything, because I'm just giving you an update and tell you what Roundhog Serpents will be in 2026. And maybe it is even more so for me than it is for you. Those 5 people who will watch this, it's gonna sound sad, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it sounding sad. No, just kidding. I'm okay with it. This video probably not being watched a lot, especially not all the way to the end. But I think having the goals for 2026 for Roundhog Serpents out there in the open will help me to hold on to them and not let them go as easily again, like I did last year. Also, my perception has changed a lot. I'm digressing. This channel, yeah. So the idea of this channel was a place for you guys to find information and to learn about what Roundhog Serpents actually is. You know, behind my face. Maybe if you've met me at the Reptile Expos, you see a guy who talks a lot, who is smiling, hopefully, most of the time, and really busy selling you a snake. But behind all of that, there is quite a lot of knowledge. I've been doing this for quite some time. I really know my genetics. I really know my husbandry when it comes to ball pythons. I think there is a lot to improve when it comes to the husbandry of Western hognose snakes, but that goes, I think, across the board. I think for most of us there is a lot to improve, and we are doing the best we can in keeping a species that is from a meadow, and meadows are pretty difficult to reproduce. Conditions that are on the meadows are pretty difficult to reproduce in a breeding facility. But I'm going to work on that. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, one thing at a time. Yeah, so I want, oh man, I'm all over the place, I'm very sorry. To sum up, I want Roundhog Serpents YouTube channel to be a place where you can find information, a place where you can learn about the husbandry of ball pythons, a place where you can learn about the genetics of the really weird morphs we are working with. I say we, I'm a one guy show. I made saying we out of a habit to make it more big, because it will be a we in the future. I'm working with sandblast, that is relatively unknown. I'm also working with XOLB, that is a type of lace that is also pretty well unknown. I have odium now. It is doing some amazing stuff. My OD mill is getting better and better and better. There's not a lot of channels who talk about this type of genes, and you can learn about them here at Roundhog Serpents in the future. But in order for that, flies. But for that, this needs to be a place of no bullshit, right? No drawing and luring you in. And for that, this doesn't have to be a YouTube channel with high energy and hooks and catches and check out this and check out that and wow! I will do the dad joke every once in a while, because I can't help it. I will try to stop myself. Probably it's not going to work. But if you are looking for information, you will find it here. And if you are truly interested in the information that I'm giving you, I don't think there is a lot that needs to be added, because I watch boring videos to gather information that I need or that I want or that I am interested in. So I am willing to sit to a 15-minute video, or sometimes even half an hour video, just to learn what I came there to learn. And I want this channel to be the same. With this channel I want to show you what Roundhog Serpents actually and really is. Behind the marketing, there is more to it. And I think this is a great platform to do that, to show you guys what we are doing. I also, in order to make more, I did some research in how to make better videos, and there are two things that need to be done better. The editing, but in order for that I use Clipchat now. It's a problem. It is a continuing problem. So I tried a better editing software and my computer just didn't handle it. I have too little graphic power to even run on a low quality video. So I would need to invest like a lot of money in order to edit a video better. And the other part is I am not good enough even at making these videos for that difference to make it count, if you know what I mean. I can do a little bit of storytelling, especially when I script them. This video is not scripted, I'm just talking from the heart. So there won't be a lot of storytelling in here. I can feel it, but I need to up my storytelling first of all, so I can have a more natural hook, way of hooking, and I don't need to make him all high power and high energy and colors flashing in your eyes, and maybe even dosing you with a little bit of LSD to keep you in. I need to improve my skills overall before I think it is okay to justify a purchase like that, a investment like that, like a better camera, better equipment, better lamps, better lamps is Dutch, better lights, a better computer to edit it. And also from the time being, because I accepted that Roundhog Serpents YouTube channel will grow very, very slow, I don't think it makes sense to make a video every week. I'm going to make a video once a week. It will be a video of 15, maybe 20 minutes, maybe even half an hour, who cares? If you are interested in information that is there, you will find it. If not, so be it. That will give me the opportunity to make the videos I actually want, to actually make a video about the Doofenlois gland, or to actually make a video about some genetics, right? Some really interesting things that maybe Sandblast can do, or that XOLB can do, or that Odium can do. That would be incredibly awesome. And I think that will give me energy again. Not having the pressure of making a video every week, which I most of the time didn't make because it's very hard to keep motivated about it if nobody watches them. Yeah, so that's the video part. Now, I also, for 2026, I bought a little CNC machine. I've had that for quite some time now. I think for maybe a month or so. Haven't used it a lot because, well, time. It was the holiday season. But I'm going to use that to make the little plug-and-play terrariums. I set out a goal a couple of years ago that I would make the perfect ball python terrarium. To end the endless debate on Rex versus terrariums, which one is better for your animals. Because truth be told, I don't like Rex. They work phenomenally well with ball pythons, but I don't like them. When I still was a hobbyist, I had terrariums only. My snakes did just fine. And I was in this room a lot in the evening because there was a lot to see. Ball pythons were out, they were hunting or laying down. You could see them. My Amazon tree boas, I can still watch those, but those are the only things I can see now here. These two animals are the only ones that are in a terrarium. It is really boring. I can't open up a top in the evening without dodging a ball python and then trying to get it out of feeding response. It is not a for both parties. It's not a nice encounter. So I want to build the perfect ball python terrarium. In order to do that, I have to build them first of all. I have to build a wall of them because sample size 1 is not a sample, right? You can research things if you only have one of them. So I need to build a wall of ball python terrariums based on the idea that I have now, and I think I have a reasonably well understanding of how the brain works now. I think I can get it to work, and I actually need ball pythons to breed in there, and after that I need the females to lay eggs in there, and then after that I need the females to incubate their eggs in their terrarium, and then I need to take out those little hatchlings and I need to place them as hatchlings in a smaller ball python terrarium, and I need them to thrive there. And I also need them to thrive after the 1000 gram feeding stop, and I need to get them back on track. I need them to be happy and thriving in those systems, and only then, after I have perfected all of those, I can say that I've built them and I can put them to market. That will not be done in 2026, but it will start. It will start in 2026. Now, in order to take care of those terrariums, they need to be a little bit higher than the normal tops. So that will probably mean that I have to downscale my animals. I can't keep as many as I do have now, because those terrariums take up a lot more space. I will not put all of my babies in those terrariums, I just don't have the space for that. And I've also have been thinking about, okay, how can I still make money if I do that? Because, well, let's face it, it's a business. It does need to make money. Although it is driven by passion, it does need to gain some money. Although my girlfriend is not actually physically working with the snakes, all the time that I spend for Roundhog serpents, I'm not spending for the family or with the family, so she has to pick up on that. So she's actually invested a little bit as well, right? And I think it's becoming time that it will start to pay, and not only cost money and time, but also pay back a little bit of that debt. So Roundhog serpent still needs to make money, and I think a great way of that is buying animals from breeders I know, love and trust, and reselling the animals that I think will do well on the reptile shows, and then reselling all the other less interesting ones like the pastels and the classics and so forth to wholesalers who will export them. That will be my I think my main source of income, or at least a big part of it. I feel like, I suspect. Also, I will still make those little tiny plug and play terrariums. I have some ideas on how to make them better. I have a CNC machine now, so I can make them better. I will start producing them in two sizes: the small ones, the 40 centimeters deep, 20 centimeters wide, 20 centimeters high, and then 40 by 40 by 20. Those will be for colubrids mainly, or I think in the big one you can put a ball python in it if you place it in a warm reptile room, but if you put it in your living room, I think it's only suitable for little colubrids. Why not for ball pythons? Because you need a second heat source, and the easiest way to do that is just a full-size terrarium. I have played around a little bit with making some radiators. They will take a lot of time, and I will need to find a way to produce them faster in order for it to make sense and not have to charge you 300 euros for a small terrarium. So that's why I only have terrariums with a single heat source for now. And in the future it will be better, especially when it comes to the ball python terrariums. Those will be better. I think I will make two sizes, one for in your living room and one for in a snake room for you to breed in, and those probably won't need a second heat source. So, but that's all for the future. Also the market. When it comes to ball pythons especially, I think I know my place in the market now better. I used to, like everybody else, think that you need to make complex animals that are valuable in order to make a profit. I've made complex animals that are valuable and could not sell them. I've talked about this quite a few times. I am shifting from that completely. Also because, well, the biggest breeders in the world are breeding for people like me. They are breeding for breeders. And it is fine. They have a name, they have the animals to do so. They are big enough to produce a lot of different projects, so there's something for everybody. If you are small, especially here in the Netherlands, a small breeder means only like one bedroom, one small bedroom in my case. I can only pick a handful of projects reasonably and breed those out. The chances of somebody close enough, because we don't have FedEx, we can just ship animals for like 50 or 60 bucks to the other part of Europe. It will cost like 200-300 euros in order to do so. So an animal has to be expensive enough for that to make sense, and then you also need to find a breeder that is looking for the specific animal to fit in this project that you just created. Chances are very slim, if not zero. I've produced some double head VPI Axanthic Desert Ghost. Can't sell them, not even for 250 euros. because they are quite specific. And so I'm steering away from that completely. I will have some projects that I will fulfill, like the VPI Exotic Desert Ghost, because I already have the double heads, and I think the visual animals will sell. I'm convinced that they will sell, even for a little bit of a higher price because of the nice contrast. And I will build from that, continuing. Because I also think that in like 4 or 5 years, double recessive animals in ball pythons will be very affordable, and I will be right back in my market again with that project. I also have some other projects that I'm breeding out, but for the most part, I will only focus on pet level animals, because I also feel that those clients are way nicer to work with. You do need to get away from the bottom end, the very cheap animals, the people who are literally hoarding those inexpensive animals are a nightmare, because they don't educate themselves for the most part. They just buy a lot, and then it becomes really messy really fast, and you get the blame for it. It happens like a lot. So I that's why I sell those animals to wholesalers for the export. But the little bit more expensive animals, like in the €100 range, €150 range, those are also still good for upcoming breeders most of the time. And those are people who are filled with passion, and also, well, the people who just want a or a few snakes as a pet. They really love them. They are filled with joy when they buy the animal. It's really nice. And if you talk to the other breeders, I felt like most of the time there's a little bit of a dark tone in their voice. They are complaining about the market and it's not going well. And I just don't like that. I really don't like that. It is easy to sell to breeders because you don't have to worry that they will have some problems. You don't have to help them a lot. They know what they do, and if they don't, they're certainly not going to ask you, because they should know, because they just bragged about how many snakes they already have and the successes they already have. So they are most of the time not coming back to ask you any questions. So that's easy. Sold is sold, and no need to take care after it. Yeah, but to be honest, I don't really mind answering your questions, and it also helps a lot with building the brand. So I am focusing more on that piece of the market, and I'm trying to leave behind all of the fancy stuff. I of course I will do the weird genetics, because that's also mostly for me, right? I would love to make some combinations absolutely sick that nobody even thought of was possible. And for that you need those really wicked genes. But for the pet owners, it doesn't really matter if you can surely tell if there's odium in it or not. Nobody cares. It's a good looking snake. It's yellow. It has some green hues in it. That's really weird. That's nice. Never seen that. I'll buy it. No questions asked. So I think that's fine. That will be fine. For when it comes to hognose snakes, I have difficulty selling them. This mainly, I think, because I didn't make animals that look stunning enough. So I am buying here and there some animals to make those beautiful Superconda combinations. I think those will sell, but it will take some time before I get there. In the meantime, I will keep breeding them and figuring out ways to sell them and learning the market. I have to. So to sum up, what is 2026 going to be about? Videos on this channel once a month. I also have some, like I put plants in this terrarium, make it bioactive again. I did film that. It's really messy. I edited it down, but I didn't want that video to be the first of this year. I also made video setting up my CNC machine and stuff. I will post those as well. Well, it's just me setting things up and talking, basically. It's a little bit of the behind the scenes thing. Also, the main focus in that video is getting done what I'm doing, and then talking in video in a second. It will show. Yeah, so alright, come back to it. For this channel, a video once a month. It will be a proper video, one that I am proud of, and then the bonus videos here and there, posting, no matter what. For Instagram, I haven't talked about Instagram. Instagram and, well, forget about Facebook, but Instagram, I think I've gained what I need to gain from it. I will keep posting videos for it not to die, and it's also a good way to show what I've got. But I think there is enough to find, and so I had a goal of getting like 3,000 followers and stuff. I have like 1,000 now. I think that's enough. It should be nice to get some more local followers, but I won't be pressing hard on that. Breeding, I'm going to downscale probably in the end of this year, so after this upcoming season, because they will be in the first prototypes of the ball python terrariums. Focusing mainly on producing animals that are good for the pet market, for the individual lovers, and maybe even for the beginner breeders who are just want very specific projects or handsome animals in my price range. Then I also will be working on, that will be the main focus, the plug and play terrariums, building those, marketing those, selling those to make some profit. And for myself, my goal for this year when it comes to Roundhog serpents is become better at storytelling. So videos will have a more natural flow and a more natural hook. So there's no need to spice things up with other artificial things. That was a long one. If you stick with it, thank you very much. And well, like I said, it's probably mostly for myself to having this out there. I think will keep me on track more easily. So I'd like to thank you for your time. I would love to see you in the next one. Bye.